Someone messaged me on LinkedIn out of nowhere. They'd watched one of my YouTube videos, enjoyed it, and wanted to say hello. No ask, no agenda, just a friendly message. And it was in that moment I had a choice. The choice I made is the reason I attracted a new client. The choice most people make on LinkedIn is the reason they don't. This is part 2 of my client story series, where I share real situations, sometimes from my clients, sometimes from my own experience. And I break down the LinkedIn strategy behind what worked. If you missed part 1, I'll link to it at the end of this video. It was about a podcaster who used LinkedIn to build a guest pipeline and grow her audience. It's definitely worth watching after this if you haven't already seen it. Today's story is actually my own, and it's about something I see go wrong on LinkedIn constantly. It's the instinct to pitch before you've earned the right to. And I'm going to walk you through exactly what happened, what I did, and why the outcome was different from what it would have been if I'd responded like most people do. So here's what happened. Someone found one of my YouTube videos, watched it, and then came over to LinkedIn and sent me a message. It was short, just a hello and a note saying they'd found the video useful. No question, no request, just a genuine introduction. Now, I want you to think about what your instinct would be if you had received that message, because I think a lot of people, especially if they're trying to grow their business, would have immediately seen that as an opening. Send the booking link, mention the coaching offer, get them into that funnel before they lose interest. And I understand that impulse, but it's exactly the wrong move. LinkedIn is a very pitch-heavy platform. You accept a connection request, and within 24 hours, you probably have a message in your inbox from that new connection trying to sell you something. It's become such a problem that people have started ignoring messages entirely, or worse, some leave the platform. And here's the thing. Those pitches, they almost never work. Not because the offer's bad, but because there's no trust, no context, and no relationship. Just a stranger asking for your time or your money before they've given you any reason to say yes. I've been on the receiving end of this approach plenty of times. It always feels the same: transactional, impersonal, and a little desperate. So when that message I received came in, I made a deliberate choice to do the opposite. So what did I do? I responded with curiosity. I thanked him for the message and asked which video he'd watched. Simple question, genuine interest. He got back to me pretty quickly and told me which video. I then asked him what led him to search for that topic. That's it. 2 questions. No pitch, no offer, no mention of anything I sell. Over a few back and forth messages, I started learning a little bit about who I was actually talking to, what he does professionally, what problem he was trying to solve, and why that particular video resonated. And only after that context had built naturally, only after I actually understood his situation, did I mention in passing that I sometimes work with people one-on-one. Not as a sales pitch, just as relevant information given what he'd already shared. That sequence matters. The conversation first, understanding second, offer third. In that order, always. If you flip that sequence, offer first, conversation never, you might occasionally get a yes from someone who was already ready to buy, but you're going to lose everyone else, and you'll never build the kind of reputation that brings people to you. Here's what happened next in my situation. He asked me if he could set up a call. Actually, not one coaching call. He wanted a series of calls. And at some point during the time we worked together, he told me exactly why he felt comfortable reaching out. And it was 3 reasons. 1, I responded quickly. 2nd, I asked genuine questions. And 3rd, I didn't try to sell him anything before understanding his actual situation. That's it. That's the whole formula. It sounds almost too simple, but think about how rare that experience is on LinkedIn. Think about the last time someone reached out to you on the platform and made you feel genuinely heard rather than targeted. When people feel understood, they don't need to be sold. They ask for the help you were tempted to pitch in the first place. So here's what I want you to take away from this. The next time someone messages you on LinkedIn, a new connection, a reply to something you posted, an out of the blue hello, try this before anything else. Ask one genuine question. Something that shows you're actually curious about who they are and what they're dealing with. Not a qualifying question, not a segue into your offer, just real curiosity. You won't convert every conversation into a client, and that's not the point. The point is that you'll build the kind of presence on LinkedIn that makes people think of you first when they're ready, because you were the person who actually listened. That reputation compounds over time, and it's nearly impossible to replicate with a pitch-first approach. Again, this is part 2 of a 4-part series. Part 3 is about a profile fix that started generating inbound leads. How a few targeted changes to a client's LinkedIn profile turned it from a digital business card into something that actually works for them. If you're not subscribed yet, now is the perfect time. Hit that subscribe button and bell so you get notified when part 3 drops. If what I talked about today resonates, if you want to build real relationships on LinkedIn and turn them into real business opportunities, this is exactly what I work on with my clients. I help professionals and creators build the profile, the content strategy, and the conversation approach that makes LinkedIn actually work. If you want to talk through your situation, connect with me on LinkedIn and send me a message. Find the link in the description. And yes, I promise I won't pitch you in the first message. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in part 3 of this LinkedIn video series. Check it out now.